Hi everyone, it's Cheryl from Harmony Grove Yoga. Today I'm practicing gentle yoga and I hope that you can join me. This is great for beginners, boomers, or anyone who wants a gentler, softer way to work out. So although it's gentle, always listen to your body. Stop anytime that you feel pain or leave anything out that you're uncomfortable doing. You can always catch up later if it feels good to your body. You are your own best teacher. So let's get started. Have a seat on your mat. Find an easy way to sit for you. Could be cross-legged, maybe your knees are bent, maybe your legs are straight, maybe you're sitting on a blanket for support or a bolster or even a pillow. I'm starting out this way on my blanket. So rest your hands on your lap, palms facing down at first. And then let your spine be nice and tall, as if you're a marionette and somebody's grabbing those strings on your head and pulling you up. But sink your sit bones down, relax your shoulders. I invite you to close your eyes. Just brings your awareness inside so you can know what's going on inside. So soften your shoulders, close your eyes, and just begin to breathe like you normally do. But pay attention to your breath. Observe. Just taking a few moments to be present in the moment, forgetting about yesterday or maybe what tomorrow brings. Just living here and now, settling in. Notice any sensations that you might be feeling and honor everything that you feel today throughout your practice. And then allowing the breath to be a little bit deeper and longer. Inhaling in through the nose or the mouth if you prefer. And exhaling, and just allowing the shoulders to relax down again. Following the breath. And then laying your fingertips down on the floor beside you. Keeping those shoulders soft. And now you can open your eyes or just keep them closed if you'd like. Turning the palms up, fingers are still on the floor. Relaxing those shoulders. Inhale, bring the arms out and then reach them up just as high as you can go comfortably. And as you exhale, turning the palms out and letting those arms float back down all the way. Getting a little movement in the spine, elongating the spine as the fingertips come up. As you inhale, lift the arms. Turning the palms out, exhale, pressing the air down with your hands. Once your fingertips land on the floor, keep the left fingertips where they are. Turn the right palm up. Fingertips are still on the floor. And then use your breath to lift that right arm up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, gently bend down to the left. Ease your way down. Just a little side stretch here, opening up the right side of the body. Breathing in again, taking that right arm up and exhaling it all the way back down. Let's open up the left side now. So keeping the right fingertips on the floor, turning those left fingertips over, and then take the air up as you breathe in. Inhale, lift that arm. Exhale, gently bend down to the right. Oh, it feels so good opening up that left side. So you want to keep the left sit bone on the floor. Don't lift it up. Stretching, lengthening. Inhale, begin to lift that left arm up. Exhale and float it back down. Good, then we're going to take a little twist here. So you're going to take that right hand over to the left knee. Left hand goes behind you. And then drop your shoulders down. Just let those shoulders relax. Inhale, come up tall. Remember that marionette pulling the strings on the crown of your head up, elongating the spine. Now keep that tall spine, and as you exhale, gently twist to the left. Easy does it. Good. Nice and slow so you know how it feels in each part of the body that we're twisting. Good. If it's okay with your neck, you might want to look over that left shoulder. Maybe it's not okay. Maybe you're just looking to the left. That's all right. Inhale. On the exhalation, begin to slowly unwind, bringing that left hand forward with you, placing both hands on the knees. Let those shoulders relax. Inhale, lift the shoulders. Exhale, take the shoulders back and then bring them all the way down. Wonderful. Left hand on the right knee, right hand goes behind you, and then drop your shoulders. Inhale, bringing the crown of your head up nice and tall. Exhale, gently twist to the right. Good. Just notice how this twist feels for you. You might not want to go as far, or maybe you want to go a little further by turning the head to look toward that right shoulder. But never strain, just breathe. And when you feel complete on the next exhalation, slowly begin to unwind, come forward. Bring that right hand forward with you, let it rest on the right knee, left hand comes to the left knee. Bring the shoulders up, inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, shoulders back and down, forward and up. And we're gonna go the reverse way. So take the shoulders forward, bring them down, take them back, lift them up, keep them up. Inhale. Exhale, sigh through an open mouth and release your shoulders down. Bring your hands on the floor right in front of you. So fingertips are touching the floor. We're gonna walk the hands slowly forward. Stop at any time. If you feel it, it's already working. So just as far as you can go comfortably. And then we'll just relax those elbows. Maybe they can come down to the floor, maybe they can't, it's okay. And if it feels better for you, you might stretch those arms forward. So just relaxing the back, breathing into the back. Exhale, relax. Maybe you can come down a little bit further as you relax down with that exhalation. Inhale, exhale. Just feel it stretching the posterior of the body all the way down to those sit bones. Let's take it up. Inhale, slowly walk your hands back toward your body. Good. Take your time coming all the way up, and once you're there, relax those shoulders down. Great job. Let's bend those knees up if you were cross-legged. And we're gonna just place the feet right there down on the floor. So I'm gonna take my blanket from my bottom. If you're using a blanket, you can leave it there the whole time. If you don't need it, don't use it. It's okay. All right, so the knees are bent. We'll take one leg forward. Good, and the knee is still bent, so that bottom part of the leg is kind of parallel to the floor. Good, and just hold it there. You're gonna hold the other knee with both hands. Hold it, hold it, hold it. You're gonna feel it in the quadriceps a little bit. And then bring it down. Okay, holding on to the other knee, you can kind of lean back. So you're leaning back between the area of your sit bones and your tailbones, that little space right there. You're taking the left leg up, parallel to the floor. Good, and hold it, hold it, hold it. And then release it down. Great job. Let the knees come all the way out. So your feet are going to come together. You can draw the heels in closer to the body if you need a deeper stretch. You can send those toes away from you if you want a little bit less of a stretch, maybe even open the feet up a little. So we're going to hold on to our shins or our ankles or even the big toes. Good, and just let those knees relax. Relax your back and shoulders. Begin to flutter your knees just a little. Get a little movement there. It's working the hips a little bit and working the lower back. Good. You can stop the flattering of your knees. Just relax. And then if you want to go a little bit deeper, inhale. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. So you're bringing your chest toward your toes. And you don't have to go too far to feel this. Again, once you feel that stretch, it's already working. So just a few breaths in the stretch. See if you can find relaxation in the exhalation. Take your time. And then coming up when you're ready. Inhale, slowly come up. Go ahead and take those knees back to center. Good. And then once you're there, you can drop your knees down to one side or the other because we're going to come up on hands and knees. So let's come all the way up onto hands and knees. Now, if you feel that the wrists are bothering you here with your fingers spread out wide on the mat, you can make little fists. You can also come up on blocks to raise your body up a little more. But we'll start with hands on the mat, and they're right under the shoulders, knees are under the hips, and the top of the feet are flat on the floor. So we're going to drop our belly down and lift the tailbone up. And then you can keep looking at the floor, or if it's okay with your neck, look forward. Exhale, round the back. So now your belly button is drawing in toward your spine, your back is rounding, the tailbone goes down, and the head comes down. So you might be looking at the mat with your eyes, or your knees with your eyes, or even your belly button. So find that comfort spot that's good for you, still challenging, but not causing pain. Inhale, drop your belly, and take your tailbone up. Lift your face up if it's okay with the neck. Exhale, round the back, because we're going to go a little bit faster now. So inhale as you come up, sink the spine, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round the back, just like a cat stretching. This one's called cat-cow. So here's the cow. When we take the tailbone up, sink the spine. Exhaling round the back into cat. Tailbone tucks under. Push through the heels of your hands so you can get that nice round back. And then drop your belly, sinking the spine, lifting the tailbone. Exhale, rounding down. Okay, we're going to add some legs to this now. So inhale, sink the spine, lift the left leg back. Exhale, round the back, bring the head toward the knee toward the head. Inhale, elongate that left leg back. Exhale, round the back, bring the knee to the head toward the knee. And one more time, lengthen the left leg back. Exhale, bring the knee in toward the nose, rounding. And then drop that knee down. So we're going to take a little wrist break here. You want to shake that right hand, shake the left hand, and then we'll continue. So rounding the back. Let's start rounding. Exhale, inhale, and you're sinking the spine and lifting the tailbone. Now that right leg goes back, and then it comes in. So rounding the back, knee toward the head toward the knee. Couple more times. Inhale, take the right leg back. Exhale, round, bringing the right knee toward the head and the head toward the knee. Let's try it one more time, taking that right leg back, and then bringing the knee toward your nose, round. Drop the knee down. Good, and then we're going to come into child's pose. So you're going to bring the tailbone back toward your heels, and you're just going to rest it there. So if your tailbone or bottom won't get to your heels, it's okay to leave your tail up a little bit. But you're going to kind of lengthen your arms, stretching the arms forward, and then laying your head down onto the mat. And just relax and breathe. Coming up now when you're ready with a big deep breath in, lift your body back up into tabletop. Good, we're going to kind of come forward now. So you want to firm your belly and just lean forward. So your shoulders are still above your hands. You're going to drop that belly down a little bit, not too much, just a little. And then you're going to come all the way back again. So we're going to rock back and forth for a moment. And Just notice all the muscles we're using for this one. You should feel it in your arms a little bit, in your belly. You should feel it in your quadriceps and your bottom. Good, we're gonna do it one more time. We're coming forward. Good, so our shoulders are over our hands. We're gonna curl those toes and see if we can lift both knees up. Firm that belly. Hug your skin into your muscles. Good, keep going if you can. Come out of the pose anytime. Drop your knees back down toward the mat, onto the mat, and then rock back one more time. Not quite into a child's, almost. And then come back into tabletop. Let's take the hips up now into downward dog. So I'm going to bring my hands back just a little bit so they're under my shoulders and lift the hips all the way up. Good, you want to push back just a little bit, bringing the heels toward or to the mat. Good, and just take your time with this one. Keep your heels lifted. Inhale, exhale. Begin to come way up on your tippy toes and then bend your knees downward. Hold it right here. Inhale, bring the hips up. And exhale, lower your knees down to the floor. Good job. Uncurl your toes. Let's take the right knee in between the hands. So you're going to kind of just slide it up. That left leg is going to slide back. So you're going to sit on the right heel. And we're going to go into a modified pigeon here. So I'm just going to keep my bottom on my heel and make a little fist of both hands, stacking the hands and then bringing the forehead down onto the hands. Good, and stay right here and breathe. If you want a little more challenge to this, then you're going to take your bottom off of that heel and bring the heel to the inside. I'm going to show you what that looks like right here. Stay where you are or just follow me. So I was sitting on my heel, and then I'm going to take the leg out and sit on the back of my leg instead of the heel. So either way, we're going to get a bigger stretch if you're doing it this way, or a littler stretch, but still effective sitting on that heel. So let's just breathe. And then coming up now, so you want to place your fingertips on the floor, and if it's better for you, place your hands on the floor. We're coming all the way up. Inhale up. And exhale. Good. Now let's take those left toes and bend them just to give you a little boost to come up. And then we're going to trade sides. So I'm going to take my left knee in between my hands now. And I'm going to take that right leg back. Good. And I'm just kind of sinking the front of that right hip down. And again, here's the deal. You can keep sitting on that heel, or you can take the heel out from under you, bring it toward the middle of the body. Good, and then you're going to have to readjust that back leg and then lower down to the back of the left leg. Deeper stretch. So you're going to make a little fist of both hands and lay your head right down on those hands. And relax and breathe. Just notice where you feel the pose. To come out of the pose, you'll lift your head up a little bit, come back onto your fingertips or the palms of your hands, and then push yourself up. Inhale. Exhale. Curl the right toes under, and we're just going to give ourselves a little boost to take that knee right out from under us. Good, and we're going to come all the way back one more time. Good, into child's pose. Inhale, exhale. And then come all the way back up into tabletop. Good job. Okay, now instead of the knee, we're going to take the right foot up. So you might have to help that right foot up in between your hands. And again, here's where blocks come in handy. So if you're down here and it's not so great for you, You can use blocks to lift yourself up a little bit, and that's okay. So we're going to slide that left leg back again. Just slide it back. Sink the left front of the hip down. Good, look down at your toes. Couple breaths here. And then begin to move yourself back. So you're going to gently press back. Left bottom cheek is coming toward that left heel. Little stretch there, back of that right leg. Just a little. And then come back up. So you're stacking that knee over the ankle. Good. And then we're going to change sides. You're going to back up a little bit, move that foot away. And then you're going to take the left foot up in between your hands. Okay, and again, blocks are fine. That's all right. But you're going to take that knee back, right knee back. It's just going to slide back. You're going to sink the front of that right hip down. And just relax. Looking at your left big toe. And then moving backwards a little bit whenever you're ready. Let's just begin to push back. Right bottom cheek is coming toward the right heel. It doesn't have to go all the way down. Don't force it. And then begin to come forward, stacking that left knee over the left ankle. All right, we're going to curl those right toes under just to give us a little boost to move back. And then bring that left knee back into, onto the mat. Good. Now from here, we're going to come down to our forearms. Wonderful. That bottom is going to stick straight up in the air. And then we're going to take the right hand forward just a little bit, not too far forward. And the left hand goes through the opening of the right arm over to the left. Good. Now you can lay that left shoulder down on the floor. Maybe stretch the right arm a little bit away from you, over your head. And just a few breaths here. Just feeling it in the left side of the back mostly. And we can take it the other way. So take your time here. When you're ready, we're going to come up. And then we can take the right hand through the opening of the left arm, lay your forearm down. Good, and then take the right shoulder toward the floor. Reach your right hand to the left. You can also keep that left elbow bent like I'm doing now, or you can straighten the left arm out. So wherever you are, doesn't matter, it matters with how you feel. And then coming up again. So you want to push yourself up. Good job. And then let's have a seat on our bottoms. So coming to your bottom, bringing your hands to your knees. I'm scooting up toward the top of the mat because I'm going to start to lay down in a minute. So inhale and exhale. Begin to slowly come down onto your back. And then just relax. See if you can find the flat of your back. So we're just going to do a little pelvic tilt here. So you're going to take your pubic bone toward your belly button. There's that little flat spot in the back. And then roll it away from you. So just tilting back and forth. Good. Finding that little flat spot each time we tilt. So let's find that flat spot one more time. Oh, there it is. And then we'll take that right knee into the chest and follow it with the left knee into the chest. And just breathe. You might want to move around a little bit. Maybe you want the knees to go around in a circle. Maybe you want them to go back and forth. What feels good to your body today? So let's stop the movement now, and let's take both legs straight up. So once they're all the way up, bring your hands down your legs, back of your legs toward your bottom, about halfway to your bottom. We're going to hold on right there, and again, hug your skin into your bones and take your toes down toward yourself. Good, you'll look at your toes. Toes are flexing, and then they're pointing. So my feet are together at this point. Try to keep your feet together. Good, we're going to start to separate in a moment. So once the toes are all the way down, good, flex those toes. Bring the legs out. Good. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And then back to center. Point the toes. Bring the legs out. So we're not going too far with this. And then bring the feet back together. And then flex the toes. We're going to take the feet out. This time a little wider. And then back to center. Good. Bend your knees, bring them into your body. Wonderful. And then release the legs all the way back down. Let's just take that right leg straight up. Good. We're going to hold on behind the leg, clasping the fingers together there. And then slowly begin to lift your nose up toward that knee. Maybe you can bring the knee in toward the nose a little bit. Oh, feel it behind the leg. And then release down. Good. Bend the right knee. Bring the sole of the foot to the floor. Left knee is bending into the chest. We're going to hold on to the back of that left leg and then extend the left leg straight up. Good. Wonderful. Maybe you can begin to pick your head up toward that knee. Knee comes a little bit closer to the head. And then release. Head comes back to the mat. The knee bends into the chest. And then we're taking that left leg down. Good job. Okay, so we're all warmed up for a twist now. Let's take the arms straight out to the sides. Good. And then we're going to take the knees into the chest. Good. Without hands. The hands are out to the sides. We're going to bring the hands down just a little bit. So I'm going to move my blanket out of the way. Wonderful. Now those knees will drop down to the left, and then maybe they'll come all the way down to that left arm. Or maybe they're in the left hand. Maybe they're up in the air, and that's okay. So just relax your feet wherever they are. Good. Don't turn your head right now. Just take a breath, a couple breaths. And we can begin to go the other way. So let's draw that right knee in toward the chest first. Follow it with the left knee. And then just drop the knees down to the other side. So again, they might land on your arm. They might land on a blanket. That's okay too. Take a breath in and out. Couple more. And then let's bring it all back to center. Let's take that left knee in toward the chest first. Follow it with the right knee. Bring the feet all the way down to the earth. And then bring your hands, palms down by your hips. So we're going to turn to the right just a little bit. We're lifting that left hip right up off the floor. We're going to place the left hand under that bottom. And then we'll roll onto that hand. So you're going to sit on the hand. And then we're taking the right hip away from that right hand. We're going to roll to the left. Place the right hand under the right cheek bottom. And just sit back down on it. Lay back down on it. Good. So now you're on your hands, and that's going to protect your lower back. We're going to go into a bridge. So you can kind of walk your heels up toward your hands. You want a little separation in the knees. You want to keep your neck really soft with this. So let's begin to roll the pelvic again. So we're going to tilt the pelvic forward, and then we'll tilt the pelvic back. And this time forward, and just keep rolling. Roll up the spine. Lift your hips up. Keep the neck soft. We're not rolling all the way up to the neck. So just relax. in the bridge. Not staying too long, so when you're ready, roll back down, one vertebra after the other. Good job. We're going to do it one more time. So we're going to roll the pelvic forward and then just keep rolling the hips all the way up. Press down with the heels and the palms of your hands. Keep the hips lifted. And then roll all the way back down. Good job. So let's bring those knees into the chest one more time. Oh, that feels so good. And then we'll take the feet back to the floor. Let's come on up to our forearms and then all the way up onto the palms of our hands. So we're going to do a little boat pose now, and this is great for the belly muscles. So your fingertips are going to look forward, but they're behind you. So we're going to find that little space again in between the tailbone and the sit bones. Little space there. Take the right leg up parallel, so the knee is bent, leg is parallel, and then that left knee bends, the foot comes up, both feet are parallel. You can stay right here. This is working your belly. You can take it a step further if you'd like, so maybe bringing one arm forward and then the other. Good little boat pose. Keep breathing. Working those belly muscles. If you want to go into a deeper challenge, you might want to straighten the legs or keep them bent. Good, and then bring the feet down. Wonderful, good job. So let's now come back onto our bottoms and really stretch those legs out. So wide legs, relax your shoulders. Before we go into that, we're going to keep the legs straight, but we're going to lift the chin up. So inhale, lift the chin, looking up. Keep the shoulders soft. Exhale, bring the chin down toward the chest. Back of the neck is long. Good, and the legs are already stretching. We're not doing anything but widening the legs. But we're going to work on the neck. So inhale the head up. Exhale, look to the left. Give a little nod. Bring your chin down toward that left shoulder. Bring your face up to look to the left again. And then slowly forward and over to the other side. Good, and so once you're looking on the right, you're going to bring that chin down toward the shoulder. So you're going to look down and then look back to the right. Bring the head back to center. Hinge forward. Bring your hands right down on the floor in front of you. And then just let your shoulders relax. Take a few breaths. Walking the hands toward the right leg. And then the foot goes in between the hands. Good job. So you might want to bring your nose down toward the knees. You might want to stay right where you are. If your nose is down toward your knees, bring it back up again and we'll walk over to the other side. So slowly walking over toward that other side. Good, and then take the left hand to the outside of the left leg. Foot is in between the hands. And then slowly bring your nose down toward your knee, if that feels okay. Maybe you're up and maybe that's as far as you can go today, and that's okay too. So wherever you are, just breathe. And then walking your hands forward again. Good, let's get one big stretch. And then slowly slide your hands back toward the body. Great job. Bring the feet together. Wonderful. So you could have a little separation between your feet if you maybe can't get those feet together. If the feet are together, you're going to hug the skin in toward the muscle. Take your arms out and up. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. And we're going to try to touch the ankles or the shins or the toes. Or maybe you wrap your fingers around the bottoms of your feet. Just breathe, relax your shoulders. Drop your hands down to the earth with the palms up. Inhale, slide your hands toward your hips. Lift your body up nice and tall. Take the shoulders up. Exhale the shoulders back and then bring them down. Fingertips behind you. So we're going to kind of lean on those hands behind us. So I'm going to turn this way just so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Hands are behind, the elbows are bent, and now the feet come apart just a little bit, maybe hip width apart. Toes start to flex back toward you, and then we're going to begin to straighten the arms and push forward. So the chest is going to go forward and up. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Good job. Relax those toes. Flex the toes back one more time. Take the arms out and up. Good. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Try to touch those toes, but maybe you can only get your hands to your knees, and that's okay. Good. Just touching. Elbows are soft. And then sliding the hands down, your feet up, your legs coming up nice and tall. And then relax. Good job. Let's do some standing poses now. So I'm going to stand with my legs a little bit straddled. Good, and you can too. Let's take the arms out and then up. Take the palms together. Exhale, slide the hands down to the heart. And then we're going to kind of lean forward. So I'm going to go this way so you can see what I'm doing. I'm leaning forward just a little bit. My bottom's going to go out. The balls of my feet are going to stay right where they are. So don't lift the balls of your feet. And then you're going to bend down. So the bottom comes down, just like you're going to sit on a chair behind you. Take the arms forward. Good. And just relax. We're really working our quadriceps here. And we're going to come up. So begin to straighten your legs very slowly. Lift your body up. Lift your arms up. Good. We're going to lean forward again. Bring the bottom back. And then squat down. Wonderful. And just come down as far as you can go. So maybe that's up to here with you, and that's okay. Maybe it's down a little bit further. That's all right. Just hold it. And then slowly begin to straighten your legs and your arms all the way up. And then as you exhale, take your arms out and down. Heel toe or step your feet all the way back to center. Good job. We're going to try a little balancing pose here. So you might want to use a wall or a chair. So if you feel a little wobbly, grab that chair. So I'm going to take the right knee out and bring the right heel to the left ankle. So this is where we can start as we begin to practice tree pose. You can stay right here with your hands in front of your heart. Good. Find your center. Find your balance. So you're gazing downward, softly. The belly's firm. Good. And then if you feel that you can maybe raise that foot up to your cat without wobbling too much, and that's okay. And then maybe even taking it up a little bit higher to the inside of that left thigh. That's another way to do it if you feel really balanced. Or bring the arms up. So a little challenging here, keeping that toe right on the floor and the heel on your left ankle is fine too. So you're working on balance at your own pace. So let's try it on the other side now. So we're going to shake it out a little bit. So let's bring that left heel to the right ankle and then rest on your left toes. Bring your hands to your heart or hold on to the wall or the chair with one hand, maybe both, and that's okay. And then if you feel like you need a bit more of a challenge, you can always bring that foot up to the inside of the calf or up to the inside of the thigh. So maybe you're balanced on one side better than the other today. That's normal. Balance is different every day. So wherever you are, find ease in the pose. Maybe the arms can come up today. Maybe they don't want to do that. It's okay. And then lower everything down and shake it out. Okay, I'm going to come up to the edge of my mat, step my right foot back, and then let's bend that left knee over the left ankle. Good. Now we're going to come into a warrior pose. So I'm going to square my body over that left leg. So I'm not going to be forward. I'm going toward my leg. Good. And then I want to bring my hands to my heart. You can also hold on to a chair. That's all right. You can take the arms all the way up. Or you can hold on to the chair. Inhale, exhale. And the reason why this is so beneficial is, well, you can see that it's strengthening that left quad, and it's stretching the back of that right leg and the front of the right hip here. So if your arms are all the way up, it's also a balancing pose. Lots of benefits from this one. Find stability in the pose. And then let's go to the other side. So you're going to take your arms forward and down. Straighten that left leg. Bring the left toes forward and the right toes go out. Good, you might want to readjust a little bit. But you can bend that right knee over the right ankle. And then just look forward toward that right leg, right over the leg. Okay, take your arms forward and up or hold the chair. Good, so even if you're holding the chair, you're not doing anything else with your arms, your lower body is still benefiting. So just breathing. Take it down when you're ready. So starting to bring those arms forward and then down. And then straighten that right leg. Bring the right toes forward. Good job. Let's bring our hands to our hips. Inhale the right arm straight up. Exhale it down to the left. So just opening up that right side. Breathe into your right side. That's where we get those deep muscles when we breathe in to those muscles. And then when you're ready, inhale, come up. Exhale, bring your right hand back down to your hip. Left arm comes up. Breathe it up. Let that breath help you lift. And then as you exhale, gently come down to the right. So if you'd like to go a little bit deeper in this one, you can slide the hand down the leg for a deeper stretch if you need it. And then take it up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower it down. Good job. Now let's take that right arm forward. And then we're going to reach it across the chest over to the left. You're going to drop that right shoulder down. So you're going to feel this in your shoulder and your back a little bit. If you want to feel it a little bit more, then you're going to turn to the left and reach that right hand to the left a little bit more. Good, and really feel it. Lower the right hand down. Bring that hand to your lap and take the hip and take your left arm forward. Across your chest it goes. Before we reach, we're going to drop that left shoulder down. Good job. Now you can stay right here because it's already working. Or you can begin to slowly turn to the right and just reach that left hand to the right. And then come back to center. Good job. So let's come into cactus with one arm. So that means we're going to bend that right arm. Fingers are spread out wide. We'll take the right arm back and look to the left. And then look forward and bring the hand back to your hip. So cactus arm, left side. We're going to bend that left elbow, spread the fingers out wide. Take the arm back as you inhale. Turn your head to the right. And as you exhale, come forward. Take the hand down. We're going to come into cactus with both hands. We have this big wide base here. Both arms coming into cactus. Inhale, move your arms back. Try taking those shoulder blades toward each other. Exhale, bring the arms forward. We're going to touch the hands together. Keep the elbows down. Bow the chin down. And then we're going to slowly hinge forward from the hips. Good. And then once you're there, you can drop the arms down. We're going to keep the knees really soft. So don't hyperextend your knees. Keep the knees soft. You can bring the hands down to your thighs if you'd like, and then maybe lower down a little bit more. So our hands on our thighs are going to protect us from and lowering down too far. But if you can lower down really far, then you're going to bring your hands down to the mat, and maybe your hands won't touch. So then you're going to bend your knees to come down with your hands. So now take the left knee back down to the floor, right knee down to the floor, and we're going to just kind of sit on our heels. If it's too much for your knees to sit on your heels, you can always use that blanket over your heels and under your bottom. That's going to take a little pressure off the knees. You can lay your knees on the mat or on the blanket. That's going to protect the knees. So wherever you are, we're on our heels and we're going to come up. So let's take the arms out, and as you inhale, begin to lift up. Stand up on your knees. Take your arms up. Look up. Turn your palms out. Exhale. Bring your bottom back down to your heels. It's like you're diving forward. We're going to take our hands to our feet and lower our head. One more time. Slowly come up on your knees. Take your arms out. Turn the palms up. And then take your arms up. Lift your chin. Turn the palms out. Exhale and sit back down on your heels. Kind of like you're diving down. Hands come to your feet. Good. Head goes down. Instead of getting up on our knees again, we're just going to sit up on our heels. Good job. Let's come down for Shavasana, our last pose. So now find a comfortable laying position. If your back is bothering you, you can keep your knees bent, or you can put your legs up on a chair, and that's going to take a little pressure off your back. Otherwise, if everything feels okay, then you can just straighten your legs out onto the mat, and you want your heels about mat width apart. You're going to spread your legs out just a little bit, and then spread your arms out a little bit too. So not all the way out like a big letter T, but just kind of down and out and relaxed. And then just soften everything down. Just allow your body to sink into the support of the floor. And come back to your breathing, observing your breath. Let everything we just did absorb. Feel your heels on the ground. Become aware of the backs and fronts of each leg, inside and out. And bringing your awareness into your hips and your belly. And invite a softness in those areas. And relax your back, your front, your shoulders. Soften your arms, and fingers and hands. Relax your jaw and all those little muscles in your face. Soft and relaxed. Feel yourself heavy on the floor with a light heart. And take your time, just relax. And when you feel complete with your relaxation, roll to one side or the other, right or left, into seedling. Allowing the body to relax one more time. And then slowly begin to push yourself up back into that easy seated position that we started in. And I hope you enjoyed the practice. We'll end with Namaste. And thank you for being here today. Till next time, see you then.